Well, the 2025 Super Bowl still has the world talking this morning, with a number of head-turning moments continuing to make way for lots of head-turning moments.
Yeah, for more, we're joined by entertainment editor Peter Ford, who's slipping on his sports hat as well today. Sort of. Pete, there were some surprise guest appearances alongside halftime performer Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, who was sensational. I mean, it's a spectacle, whether you like the sport or not. The whole thing from beginning to end is so amazing. Kendrick Lamar's show is generally being considered one of the better ones. I mean, there's a lot of competition there to top through the years. But as you can see, I mean, these sort of budgets to bring in people like that. Serena Williams made a guest appearance during this section, and that was seen to be a bit of a dig at Drake. And because they used to go out together, and now suddenly here she is, dancing along with great merriment. Samuel L. Jackson was there in the crowd as well as part of this. There he is, they're looking great. And SZA, one of my favourite singers, she was up there as well, backing up Kendrick Lamar at 1.2. So that was all great. The negative thing for me, which has become a breakout story, understandably, was the booing of Taylor Swift. I thought that was mean-spirited. I mean, she's there to support her boyfriend. It's hard to know where the booing came from. You know, was it Eagles supporter? Do they see her as like the face now of the Kansas City Chiefs? Is it as simple as that? Or is there a political thing attached to it? But, you know, you can see there, she would have been taken aback. Suddenly, 76,000 people are booing you. Probably they weren't all doing it, but it probably felt like that to her. And there she is up on the Jumbotron. But of course, Donald Trump couldn't resist, President Trump, I should say, couldn't resist, had to jump in there and let everybody know that the only one who had a tougher night was Taylor Swift. Oh, yeah, and it gets even better because then she got booed with capital letters out of the stadium. Well, she didn't. She was there to the very end. And clearly, MAGA is very unforgiving, or certainly he is. And of course, she did very publicly support Kamala Harris in her bid. So, yeah, let it go. Let it go.
Yeah. He doesn't believe in taking the high road, does he?
No. That's just not happening.
Trump Road.
Trump Highway. It's like a freeway. It's just
one way, one Cybertruck going down. And Pete, just out of curiosity, do you believe that Patti LuPone knows that SZA is your favourite artist?
I don't know. You know, I've got mixed loyalties. That's for sure.
You want to watch that? Yeah. You want to watch
That'll get back to Patti.
Yeah. A very questionable commercial aired too, Pete.
Yeah, so Kanye West very much under fire at the moment. He's off Twitter. We don't know whether he's his choice or not, but he did air a commercial which he paid for himself. It seems it only went to air in certain markets, though. Even in Los Angeles alone, you're still talking about a lot of money. And he didn't spend that money on the actual commercial because, as you'll see, he's in a dentist chair and he filmed it with his iPhone. But he had to buy the time to get it to air, but this is what did go to air. And see why people are upset about that, not because he's looks stupid, but because that link there to that address, that he's actually selling T-shirts with swastikas on it. So that's very upsetting for a lot of people. No. Yeah. So people are saying it shouldn't, although he bought the time, they could have said no and should have said no.
Wow. Well, they probably just assumed it was going to the sneakers
exactly.
or something.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Justin Baldoni has opened up.
Yes.
In a new podcast. Well, he's hardly been silent to this point.
Well, he's certainly been dropping all the receipts for us to see. Yeah.
So he's further opened up.
He has. So you can imagine the briefings he would have got from his legal team before going and appearing on this podcast, which has only just dropped. In it, he talks about having sent text messages to a number of his friends about how down he was. So, as I say, you can imagine the briefings he got before sitting down and doing that, and you can imagine literally right now Blake Lively's legal team going through every word that he said in that lengthy interview.
All right, Pete, thank you for that. We'll be back to you again very shortly. Thanks, mate.